I'm going to start this video with reading a tweet from Alex Hormozi to kind of emphasize the point of this video, and that is to not follow black and white content advice. I'm going to make it specifically about content. This tweet is a little bit more general life advice, but as this channel is for content creation for online coaches, for those who don't know, my name is Joe. I am a video editor and I help online fitness coaches make better content. Let's read the tweet and then I can explain my point a little bit further. So the tweet goes as this. There is no perfect way to live your 20s. You either live them up and become an underskilled 30-year-old, or you work them up and become an underlived 30-year-old. You just have to figure out which you'd rather be, accept the trade-offs, and know there are no do-overs. Now, and I'm using this example because I wrote an email about it, and I think it kind of really helps to explain this black and white advice that I'm talking about here, is the problem I have specifically with this tweet. Now, this isn't a hate speech on Alex Hormozi. He's still the absolute boy. I still love watching a lot of his content. But the problem with this tweet is that it's very black and white. And what I mean by that is that he either gives the option that you become an underlived 20-year-old and you work super hard and you get to your 30s, you're super skilled, but you haven't lived much, or you absolutely live them up and develop no skills in the process. Now, that's quite an issue because for a lot of us, we're always going to fall somewhere in the middle. For me, I am 26 as I record this video. I've built a pretty successful company, nothing crazy, and I'm not doing 100K months or anything like that. But, I've been able to build an income whilst traveling to, I think in the past 3.5 years, I've gone to 25 different countries that I've worked and lived from across 5 different continents. And as I said, I'm pretty happy with where the business is. Of course, had I been in one location more and focused more on my work, I probably could have made more money. Well, I definitely could have made more money, and that's almost like a phase that I'm going into now, is that I think a lot of people fall victim, and it's not even necessarily the person who's giving the advice's issue, it's more from a consumer's point of view, right? It is very, very easy to kind of see a tweet like that, and it happens a lot in the content space where content creators like Alex, like anyone else, have to speak in these black and white terms, because the problem is when you create a piece of content, if you constantly caveat and allow for every nuance, it means that, it kind of dilutes the message of what you're trying to say. If I would have given my example in that situation with Alex's tweet, it's a tweet. I don't know how many characters you're allowed. What is it, 180? Or even if you're making a short form video, a reel, a TikTok, a YouTube short, you do have to concise what you're saying, and you do have to kind of speak in these black and white terms, because there isn't enough time to speak in these nuances and caveat every single individual point. So I see this a lot in the content creation space. I see a lot of people giving black and white content advice in terms of you need to be posting 10 trial reels a day, don't bother posting carousels, although there's people that are blowing up with carousels, so maybe you should post them. And I think this just causes almost like a cocktail confusion for specifically online coaches, where you don't know what advice to follow because everyone is so confident in their message and everyone is speaking in these very black and white terms. You don't know who to listen to. And maybe you try something and it doesn't work for you, so then you're completely against it. And it kind of creates this separation where, unfortunately, often with things, the answer normally sits in the middle, right? So this is something that, and this isn't an advertisement in any way, I have my Shredditor Academy, which is like an online platform for coaches to improve their content creation. You can't join it at the moment unless you're watching this video maybe months down the line. In that case, you know what? It will be a little bit of a promotion. Click the link below. You might be able to join at the time of recording this. You can't. But what I really love about that group is when we do our weekly live calls is that I can really kind of caveat certain points. I might say to the group that you need to be posting daily on Instagram in order to build momentum and in order to develop your skills quicker, because it makes sense, right? If you're posting daily, you're going to get a lot more feedback. You're going to get better at the creating process. Naturally, that's good advice on the whole for most people. Now, for some people in the group, we have one guy called Sam, and he was almost, for a lack of better, I don't want to use the term autistic, although he will say it himself. He was so far planned ahead with content, and I think he was about a month or two ahead in terms of like all posts scheduled and twice a day or something crazy. I was able on the call to give him more nuanced advice and say, okay, you know what, in your case, you're already posting daily. You have then earned the right to actually kind of work a little bit smarter and go, okay, maybe we can reduce the volume down so that we can look at the quality. But I wouldn't give that advice for most people because most people aren't at that stage. And I think that's the beauty of kind of, or sorry, the disadvantage of content is that you can't nuance these situations. You can't caveat, because if I make a video and my most popular video on this YouTube channel is how to film better gym content with your iPhone specifically, if I then in that video constantly caveated, well, you can do this with your phone, but if you get the Osmo Pocket 3 or the Osmo Pocket 4 Pro now, you can do this. Or if you have a DSLR camera, you can do this. The problem then is it completely dilutes the message. It completely dilutes who the video is specifically for. And then it ends up just not really helping anyone because you are just constantly bouncing between different conversations and different ideas, right? So whenever you see a creator giving a piece of advice, my stuff included, I always say this to my guys, is that you really have to take it with a pinch of salt. And something that Hormozi does really talk about, and he actually mentions in that tweet, one, I do believe there is obviously trade-offs with these things. And, you know, there might be, I mentioned that I'm kind of going through a period at the moment where I'm focusing more on my skills, I'm focusing more on the business, I'm doing a lot less traveling than I have been in the past. And that's a trade-off I'm making versus in the past. As I said, I knew I could have been more focused, I could have been more productive had I stayed in one location and focused more on the business. But that's not where I was in life. I wanted to prioritize the kind of freedom and the lifestyle I had. And he makes that point about trade-offs, and I think that's a really, really important point to understand. But you need to, I've completely lost my train of thought. The trade-offs are super important, but you need to ultimately make that decision. And that's on you as a consumer, and taking things with a pinch of salt, as I was saying. You need to take things with a pinch of salt. And one thing that he says that's really beneficial is use what's useful. And, you know, if you see a video from, again, I'll use Alex Hormozi as an example, it might apply to your business, it might not. It's then on you as a user, and this is why hate comments are quite weird, because, you know, if you see a video where it doesn't really apply to what your situation, again, that tweet, I'm not particularly mad about. I'm not going to reply to it and go, this is bullshit, why would you say this, da-da-da, I did this, I did that. Because I understand that he's speaking in black and white terms because he has to. It's on me as a consumer of that content to go, okay, I get what he's trying to say here. I don't really agree with it. Doesn't really align with kind of how I think and how I want to operate my business. So I'm just going to kind of ignore it. Now, of course, for the sake of this video and the email I wrote a few weeks ago, I've highlighted it to kind of demonstrate a point and to, you know, use it as a grand scheme of things of, okay, there's a lot of people online kind of giving black and white content advice. And again, I'm talking specifically about content because I see it so often where creators are like, you've got to do this and you've got to do that. And there's always an exception. There's always people that, you know, there's some people that absolutely hate posting reels and they only post carousels, and yet they've managed to build their business or build their following, whatever their goal is, right? And vice versa. There's people that don't post carousels at all and they do really well on reels. Oftentimes, with most things, the answer kind of lies in the middle. So I just wanted to make this video because I see this a lot happening online where people are following often quite black and white content advice and life advice in the example given, but it's a lot more nuanced. But you, as the consumer, need to understand that these creators need to speak in this black and white format. It's on you as a consumer to take what's useful and to disregard the rest. So hopefully you found this video useful. This is day 2 of my 30-day posting challenge on YouTube. So if you are new here and you want to see more videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you tomorrow for day 3.